is called Formula Aposh. So use yours. This one ni kukuchanganya.
Formula Aposh.
Aposh.
Use my formula.
So mixing has no formula. You just mix them. You can even use your hands.
Okay.
In fact, I tell people, a lot of chefs want to use their hands. It gives you that thing of, you know, there's that connection between you and the food. You know, chefs want to use their hands.
Now you're in charge.
Yeah, you're in charge, you know. So once you do this, you want to take greaseproof paper. Viewer, of course, you might not be having a stock of greaseproof papers in your house. That should not worry you. Chukua kile kisufuria kubwa. Let the sieve. Yeah, the kichungi. So whatever you have, as long as it's really big, it has to be big. Because again, there's a time when I was teaching in class and a certain lady was trying to sieve these things. And I hadn't put this on the table because sometimes you want to see how people think. And so she looks for something else, what she can use. And you know, eventually what she did, she took this. So, and seriously, how do you do that? Because
That's crazy.
At the end of the day, then everything will be all over.
Exactly.
So you want to use something big so that you can contain your flour. See, tunakusaidia. Weka hapa ndani.
Nilijua unakujia hapo.
Yes. So do that 3 times.
3 times.
Yes.
Viewer, this is how you're supposed to do it.
Kayamba. So viewer, one will want to ask, what is the purpose of flour in a cake or whatever you're baking? The purpose of the flour mainly is it forms the structure. So that is very, very important. What else would you want to know? There's a number on the screen. You can use it to SMS. You can post your questions in our Facebook page. You can also discuss in Twitter here at Chef Daniel Mungai, hashtag Kenyan Foods, discuss, ask questions, we'll definitely answer. Good.
So viewer, I'm almost done.
Yeah, viewer hapa ndio najuanga watu wanakuanga kwa kwaya. Hapa ni mimi anapigana kayamba. Na ukiangalia huyu anapewa kasi ya kupiga kayamba kwa kanisa. Kayamba.
Kayamba Africa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see, you've done it 3 times, eh?
This is the 3rd time.
Have you finished 3 times?
Yeah, this is the 3rd time actually.
Good.
I'm fast, huh? Chef, I told you I'm a cook by birth.
By birth. No, I believe. Yeah. I believe. Good. So, now we go to the next step. Toa hiyo mako. Toa hiyo mako ya maembe. Haraka. Si hapo ndo natumia
mako.
Yes, mako. Viewer, you can see what is happening here. So he peels the mangoes.
I'm actually trying to
peels the mangoes.
Yeah.
That is the point. And as he peels the mangoes, you want to actually make a hole. Viewer, you can see, make a well in the middle of the flour. We can probably transfer this into a bigger bowl. Let's take a slightly bigger knife.
Do I put the mangoes on the chopping board? Okay.
And now we want to cut them into some nice, beautiful cubes. Okay, nice cubes around 2 cups. Around 2 cups. So first, don't spoil both of them. Just cut into some nice small cubes like this. Here you can see what I'm doing. You might ask me, now how do I know how much 2 cups is? Oh, this cup, this size of cup. See there are 15, there are kauru, there are mabati, 15. This cup in the house is equivalent to the normal cup that we use in the kitchen. So just around 2 cups of this is what we require. Around how many?
2 cups.
2 cups.
Of mangoes.
So that is approximately 1 mango, isn't it?
Yeah.
Without the seed, of course, because already that's 1 cup. Okay? So, can you do the other mango? So, viewer, I told you here you want to mix everything together. So, take your sugar. Take your sugar. I told you it's mixing everything together. It's a very easy thing to do. You see? Everything. So take your mango, throw it in. Hey man, you better move, right?
Yeah, moving, I'm moving, yeah.
Move it, eh? And of course, viewer, it's 1 mango depending on the size of the mangoes you have. Because kuna zile maembe za ukambani zile zinatoshana ngumi.
Hizo ni 10.
Hizo zatumia nyingi. Yeah. Nimekuambia huko Malindi wanakula maembe na kila kitu, eh? Karibu wakule ugali na maembe. They are too many, man.
Too many mangoes.
Yeah. spoil a whole lot of eggs. So every egg, if it's nice, you can now combine. That's how a good cook does. So even in your house, you want to break each egg separately, yeah? Good. So you can see. Then of course, I want to beat this lightly. Just lightly, not too much. Just lightly. You can
Chef,
see what
I think
I'm doing.
we're done here.
Yeah, if you're done, you just throw them in here, man. Just throw them in here, man.
All he's saying is just throw them in.
Yeah, just throw them in, man.
Understand what I'm saying?
You can see what we were doing, man. Na hapo ndio sasa mtu anaongea
We
kale
cooking,
ya wale watu wa yoyoyo. Unajua wale vijana wa yoyoyo wale wanapanga suruali imefika hapo wanafikiria nini wamejininia. Vijana. Suruali imefika hapo.
Wa yoyoyo.
Wa yoyoyo wa yo man. Ambia the generations zile ziko kwa hii dunia. Then throw, you see what? This is the easiest dish to make. Look, I'm just combining everything together. How easy can baking be? Man!
Yo man!
Hey! Unasikia? Ni huku kukaa na hii watu wadogo wadogo unakuta hata kisungu imebadilika. Wanatubadilisha sana. Leta mwiko.
Mwiko. Ndio.
Then do what you want to now do what? Just make sure everything combines well. Meanwhile, our oven is still getting very hot. Remember, we are preheating it at a temperature of 180 degrees. You can preheat it to 176 to 180 degrees. So this is what we call combining everything together. Combining everything what, my brother?
Together.
Together. Not you think she's the
You should do it. Do it. Chef amesema ni by force.
Si ati ni by force, kwani tunafanya nini kwa nyumba yao sasa? Tutembea kwa nyumba yenu alafu mkuu mtajaribu hiki kitu. Na kwanza hiyo umeona unawaachia watu hivi. Just give them the recipe, they will do it. Pale sasa utaambia watu wajipe shughuli ni kwa kuweka kwa oven. Hapo nawaambia
wakimaliza jipatie shughuli.
Jipatie shughuli uende kwa maneiba. So if you are
wacheza watarudi kiiva.
That is it. Look at that. Nice. Instead of eating the cake, you end up in the hospital.
Hiyo kizungu unasema hapa.
The best thing to do is place it on an oven tray. So that way it's going to be very easy for you to remove.
Okay.
Are you getting? So can you open for me the oven?
No problem, right away.
Good. Then of course, place it in the middle of the oven.
Very hot.
Definitely. In the middle of the oven. So, viewer, you want to leave it in the oven for around 45 minutes. And I've always told the viewer that times given in recipes are approximate. It actually depends on your oven. So it might take 5 minutes more or 10 minutes or 5 minutes less, or 10 minutes more or 10 minutes less. So times given in any cooking recipe is approximate. So viewer, now after that, after around 45 minutes, of course the cake will have baked. But since we cannot wait for all that time, we had already done a cake earlier. Here it is. Voila. This is how it came out. You can see it's like it sank just a little bit, but this is okay. This is not sinking. Remember, it's a very moist cake. Very moist. Very, very moist. So it may look like it sank a little bit, but that was not sinking. So viewer, the next question you want to ask is, how do I know that the cake is baked? Once you see the cake leaving the side of the tin.
Yeah.
I hope our cameraman is zooming in. That is one way of knowing that it's cooked. The other way is when you press it like this and it bounces back immediately. Like for example, just angalia if you camera. And the color should of course be golden brown, not this color. Ukikuja hii color unajua ni kungua. Hapo inaelekea kungua. So of course, when you press like this and it bounces back, ni kuonyesha makai yake imeiva.
Jua ni meiva.
Makai,
Jua ni meiva.
So it's cooked, The other way is inserting a skewer inside. What is a skewer? Ila toothpick kubwa. unajua mpaka waambie watu na ile kilikuwa wanaelewa.
Toothpick kubwa.
Kaki, si unazijua? Si toothpick. Unajua utaweza kuta watu sasa hata au hiyo chef alisema ini toothpick. No. They are mshikakis, eh? So you insert it inside. If it comes out clean, it's baked. So those are some of the ways that you check for a cake. So the color, when it releases itself from the tin,
the bouncing,
and then of course the
mshikaki.
Skewer, yeah. So of course after that you want to take your cake and once it's straight from the oven, viewer, you must invest in a wire rack. You want to turn it back on a wire rack. Like that. Why do you want to turn it on a wire rack? To cool it. Because once you leave it, or you can leave it in the tin to cool, but a lot of people will want to leave their cakes on the surface like this to cool. That is very wrong. Because of the heat, it creates a lot of moisture underneath, and it sweats a lot, and then the cake becomes soggy. Okay?
Right.
So you see why we had put the paper like I had told you? Look at that. It just comes out just very nice. It. The cake is so moist.
Looks more beautiful.
See, and it's moist. You can see that.
Bouncing.
So viewer, this is actually our mango bread, baked and ready to eat.
Chef, when are we testing it?
So viewer, hapa ndio mtu anachukua kitu kama hii. Usimwona hata bidii napika. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. It's amazing. Wow. Viewer, it's so mangoish. It's unbelievable. Maembe naso. Hapa ndio sasa mtu anashikanga moja. Viewer, I've always told you I have something called wheat intolerance. I don't really love eating things that have wheat. But you iwezi kusia nionje kadogo tu. Then utaona vile naonja.
Hii ameonja.
No, viewer, I just want to taste a little bit of this. The mango flavor, viewer. The moistness. The sultanas. It's beautiful. Isn't it a marriage between a cake and a bread?
Perfect marriage. Hakuna kudivorce.
Ni kama vile unaonanga viwa msungu wameoana na Mwafrika. Wanasema kitu mzuri 0.5. Hizi ni kama 0.5. Kitu ya maana.
Point.
Yeah. So this one you have to try viewer. It's beautiful. It's beautiful and it's a must try. How's your? Good for breakfast. 10 o'clock tea. It can be a dessert. 4 o'clock tea. It's a bread for any time. And a bread for what?
Anytime.
Good.
Chef, actually this cake is very delicious. I think viewer back home, you should try such a cake, mango bread. Not a cake.
Mango bread.
A mango bread?
Yes.
So viewer, join us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Delicious Nairobi. Remember, we're also on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @ChefDanielMungai.
Of course, it's me, yours truly, Chef Daniel Mungai. And of course, this guy,
Kevin,
eating a lot. Kevin, a posh.
Till next time, eater.
Bye. Unasikiaje hiyo kitu?
Tamu sana.